both lower house at saka Senado. Makausap nga po natin ang isa sa mga ginagalang nating representatives ng mamamayang liberal party list, si Representative, former Senator, former DOJ Secretary, ang daming former Representative Laila De Lima. Representative Laila, good morning. This is si Peter po at saka si Rica dito sa Balita Pataan. How are you, ma'am?
Fine. Good morning. Good morning, Peter. Good morning, Rica. Good morning sa mga listeners and viewers sa program nyo today.
Kong Laila, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Always a pleasure having you, ma'am. Opo.
It's a pleasure.
So, there you go. There was a bombastic announcement yesterday. And gaya ng sinabi ko nga kanina kay Rica, it is 868 days before the 2028 national elections. How do you see this? Is it a very good move, a preemptive strike? Will it affect in any way yung nangyayari sa Kamara?
It is definitely a strategic move, and sinabi nyo nga preemptive, because she knows, everybody knows na malapit na mag-start yung impeachment proceedings. Malapit nang i-refer yan sa Justice Committee for the proceedings, for the impeachment proceedings proper. Yung may pang-apat na hong complaint din na na-file yesterday. So sabay-sabay po siguro itong i-refer o dapat i-refer sa Justice Committee and mag-start na yung impeachment proceedings dyan. And therefore, preemptive talaga yan. And then strategy in the sense na, yung narrative nila, we can already foresee, ang kanilang narrative would be, this is being done to me because I'm running for the president. They just want to obstruct, hinder, and prevent my being a presidential candidate come 2028. And then yung also part of the strategic component of this very early move to announce her presidential bid is sinabi nyo rin kanina na makaka-apekto siguro yan in the sense na, impeachment is not only a legal and constitutional process but also political. At the end of the day, it's numbers game. It's the rule of the majority, both sa House of Representatives, pag nandun na sa plenary yung kaso, at lalo na pag nandun na rin sa Senado for trial yung articles of impeachment. So, yung parang, is sending a signal here to some members of the House of Representatives na ingat kayo dyan, dahan-dahan kayo dyan, dahil nga, baka ako nga ang maging Pangulo. And you know how it is in politics, how the political winds suddenly shift, how political affiliation also shift every time there is a new ruling party or a new ruler. Di ho ba?
Opo.
But then again, kami naman, kasi I'm an endorser. As you know, I'm an endorser of 2 out of the 4 impeachment complaints. And all these impeachment complaints have been filed by private citizens, mga members of civil society groups, and members of clergy, priests, nuns, and certain lawyers are among the complainants dito sa 4 na impeachment complaints na ito. Hindi naman pwede na dahil sasabihin niya, ayan, ginagawa niyo to for political objective, to, political persecution. Politically motivated talaga yan. And these are private citizens. And they have been demanding accountability. They have been calling for the answer of VP Sara. 2024 pa yung mga issues na yan na nag-crop up. And and alam natin na na-impeach na nga siya last year in 2025 by a vote of way beyond 1/3 vote of the House of Representatives. At itong mga complaints nito, itong 4 na ito, ay these are based on the same, or essentially the same, primarily the same ground as those na mga ginamit nung pag-adopt ng articles of impeachment nung 1/3, more than 1/3 na yon, at yun ang pinadala nila doon sa Senado. So just because nag-announce siya, hihinto na lang ba? Ano na yung usapin ng accountability?
Mm-mm.
And that is why there is such a process called impeachment para panagutin yung mga high-ranking officers, leaders like the vice president.
Mm-mm.
So, hindi pwedeng i-divert nila yung issue, gagawa nila ng ganyang narrative na politika lang yan. How about yung katotohanan? How about yung pananagutan?
No po, and those are very valid points. And we live in very interesting times, Congresswoman. Ano po? Be that as it may, whether the COMELEC recognizes it or not, di po ba? Nagdeklara na siyang tatakbo bilang pangulo sa 2028. Parang de facto
Yeah.
candidate na siya, di po ba? So
The only thing that she need, of course, hindi pa yan official. No?
Hindi pa,
That's not-
hindi pa.
She's not yet considered
Opo.
an official candidate until the filing of the certificate of candidacy in 2028. Baka nga daw mapaaga.
Mhm.
It's normally about November or October. Baka daw mapaaga yung filing of certificate of candidacy kasi nga sa mga preparations na gagawin ng COMELEC. So not yet technically and
Yes.
officially a candidate, but is already a de facto candidate. She has
That's
already
right.
announced, unless she
Yeah.
changes her mind, which
Yeah.
is far-fetched.
Yeah, and then moving fast forward, Congresswoman Laila, no ha? Ito nga yung siguro yung the ploy or the plan kung meron man na at that point na magbobotohan regarding dito sa impeachment trial na mangyayari kung mangyayari nga. Syempre pwedeng sabihin nila na you are disenfranchising our candidate by voting for her impeachment. Hindi po ba?
Hindi pa naman. They cannot really make such a legal argument. But on the political front, alam nyo naman, sa politiko, walang, sometimes there are no boundaries.
Mm-mm.
Diba? So they can employ a lot of tactics, a lot of strategy, and a lot of even misleading narrative para lang, kasi ang palaging audience, we should all note that sa impeachment proceedings, actually ang audience mo dyan yung taong bayan.
Mhm.
Hindi lang naman yung members of the Justice Committee, hindi lang naman yung mga members of the House at saka sa Senado pag magkaroon na ng trial, kundi ang taong bayan kasi panonoorin yan ng buong bansa.
Mhm.
So ang audience mo ay yung mga tao, ang taong bayan para dapat makumbinsi sila na talagang may mga basehan. Pero yun na nga, they will play it out all through. I can already foresee all throughout the impeachment proceedings, they will resort sa mga ganyang taktika na more politically, ang kanilang agenda is political in the sense of trying to turn or disturb or mislead the public. And yung narrative nila, they will just have to sustain or perpetuate that narrative na kaya ito ginagawa dahil nga para mapigilan yung kanyang political bid. Notwithstanding or irrespective dun sa merits ng mga akusasyon sa kanya ng mga seryoso.
But kahit naman po the people know what's going on para din po enlightened sila the fate of the impeachment will still fall dun sa decision ng committee on Justice at kung kanila ipapadala na nga po ito sa Senado because hindi na nga po natin nakuha yung pag-fast track, no, yung pagkuha ng 1/3 votes. But we also know, Kong Laila, no, na politics still plays a big game dito. At sa anunsyo niya ng pagtakbo niya ng presidente, sa tingin niyo po ba this might affect the decision of those wanting to run again and those even wanting to run for a higher position na nais maging kaalyado ng vice-presidente come 2028 knowing na napakataas ng rating niya sa mga tao ngayon when it comes to the presidential running?
Hindi talaga natin iiwasan yung ganyang mindset. Hindi natin maiiwasan na yan ang talagang play dito. Yun na nga, para bang warning. Is sending a warning, sending a signal sa mga miyembro ng House of Representatives, yung mga minded to impeach her. And then yung mga medyo mga nag-aalangan pa, and then, para lalo sila na hindi bumoto for impeachment in case maging pumasa na ito sa Justice Committee level. Kasi ang Justice Committee ang magre-recommend kung siya ba talaga ipapa-impeach or hindi, kung malakas talaga yung basehan, yung ebidensya. So, this early, ganun na ginagawa ng kampo ni VP Sara, na hoping na, as I said, yung political wind kasi madaling nag-iiba.
Opo.
And yung mga loyalties, political loyalties, personal loyalties, as well as political preferences and affiliation, biglang naiiba. Siyempre, titingnan ang kung if the rating of the approval rating of the vice president will continue to shoot up, then lalong magdadalawang isip yung iba diyan. Kasi nga they're also thinking about their own political survival.
Correct.
Na they would think na kailanganin din nila ang suporta, lalo na pag manalo.
Ayan na.
You see, ayan na. Alam mo
Ayan na.
naman, ang dali ng napaka-prevalent ng ating turncoatism and the phenomenon of the so-called turncoatism. Diba?
Opo.
Pag kung sinong Pangulo, kung ano yung partido ng Pangulo na nahalal, yung bagong Pangulo, maraming pupunta dun sa partido na yon at iiwanan yung mga original political parties nila. So that's turncoatism. You know? So
Yeah.
those are political realities. Pero on the part naman of the complainants, I'm sure, ay nananalig naman sila na somehow the majority, at least the majority of the members of the House of Representatives and later, pag dumating na sa Senate for trial, iisipin pa rin yung core constitutional obligation and duty nila to uphold accountability. Because yan nga ang nasa Article 11 na impeachment lamang ang pwede para magpaalis sa mga high-ranking officials from the President, Vice President, members of the Supreme Court, and then yung mga constitutional commissions kapag meron silang mga ginawa na pwede nating ma-consider as the impeachable offenses yung nasa Article 11 of the Constitution. So, and then, of course, conscience. At the end of the day, it has to be the call of conscience for each of the members of the House of Representatives. Na pag nakita na nila yung mga facts, nakita na nila yung takbo ng impeachment proceedings at ang ebidensya, and then nakita rin ng taong bayan, sila ang sisingilin naman ng taong bayan. So let's say sa kanilang mga distrito, kanilang mga constituents. O bakit ganun ang boto mo? Bakit hindi nyo in-impeach na malakas naman yung ebidensya?
Yun.
So, yan ang magiging predicament din, quote-unquote, on the part of the members of Congress.
The makeup po ng 36 natin na members ng House of ng Justice Committee, Kong Laila, no. Ngayon pa lang po kasi talagang matatalakay the impeachment complaint because the last time technicalities yung nilinaw ng Supreme Court. Sa tingin niyo po ba na this time around mabubusisi ng maayos itong mga impeachment articles of impeachment enough para magkaroon tayo ng how do you see the 36 members ruling on this? Meron na po ba kayong nararamdaman from them?
Well, hindi, siyempre mag-i-start pa lang kasi yung impeachment proceedings sa Justice Committee level. No, so I wouldn't be able to observe yet really yung mga kanilang, the body language and then how they ask questions. But as an endorser of 2 out of the 4 impeachment complainants, I can confidently say na malalampasan namin easily yung first stage, which is the determination of sufficiency in form and substance. Yun muna kasi ang pinakaunang stage. At alam naman natin na in the case of the 2 impeachment complaints against PBBM, hindi pumasa pagdating sa insufficiency, sa pagdating sa sufficiency in substance nung dalawang complaints. Sufficient sila in form. They were declared to be sufficient in form, but not sufficient as to substance. Yun ang So
All right.
ako naman, as I said, as an endorser, because I went through, of course, the complaints before I decided to endorse them, I am confident na papasa sa stage na yan.
Yan.
So meron pang another stage. Pag
Yeah.
bumasa na, halimbawa, ma-declare na as sufficient in both form and substance yung all of those complaints or any of those 4 complaints, ay ang susunod naman dyan is determination of whether there are sufficient grounds for impeachment. Titingnan nila yung mga alegasyon. Titingnan nila yung mga ano rin, yung mga naka-attach na kasi after yung ano as sufficient in substance, iaano na nga yung papasagutin na.
Yeah.
Papasagutin na yung
Yeah.
respondent.
Oo.
Reply la.
The silent answer.
si-
And then after that, pag ma-declare as there are, if there is a finding that there are sufficient grounds for impeachment, dyan na yung hearing,
Okay.
yung evidentiary hearings.
Okay.
So yun po ang mga proceedings sa House Committee on Justice.
Some final thoughts
Yeah.
po. Number 1, meron po kaming listahan ng mga 1/3 na bumoto last year. I-check namin kung boboto.
Maboboto ulit sila. Baka mabawasan na.
We're going to do that. Bantayan niyo po.
Number 2.
Yes po.
Number 2
Yes.
and final thought po, very quickly, palagay ba ninyo hindi na talaga posible na ma-fast track yung impeachment complaint na ito papuntang Senado? Very quickly, ma'am.
In terms of possibility, there is always a possibility. You can never tell. What if, nung
Yeah.
nakita na yung 4 complaints,
Oo.
ay biglang may gumalaw
Aha.
for that.
Okay.
Di ba?
Alright.
We're not, of course, overruling that kasi may period pa to do that.
Aha.
Nagrarun pa yung 10 session days, which was interpreted
Yeah.
by the Supreme Court as calendar days where Congress holds session.
Yeah.
Ang bilang po namin as of yesterday, nakaka-7 session days pa lang.
Aha.
Kasi ang session days is Monday to Wednesday pa lang.
Opo.
And then nung Tuesday, holiday. So hindi
Yeah.
counted yon. Thursdays and Fridays are not counted because they are not session days. So sa Lunes, pang-8 araw pa lang ho yun, bago mag-lapse yung 10-day session day period within which to
Yeah.
have them included in the order of business. And then after that, 3 session days later, yung pag-refer naman sa Justice Committee. Kung hindi i-adopt yung fast track,
Ayun.
ay i-refer yan sa committee.
Ayun.
So may chance
Okay.
pa, may chance pa.
Oo, meron pa pala eh.
Who knows?
Hope
Oh.
springs
Yes.
eternal.
Meron
sabi
pa
nga.
pala.
Rep Laila, maraming
Although,
maraming
I
salamat
must
po.
say, Wala naman akong naririnig so far.
Oo nga.
Yung kayo naman.
I must say, but there is still a possibility. Anything is possible.
Nagulat din naman po
Paki-
tayo
ano,
lahat na last time.
Pakibulong nyo na lang sa amin, ha? Opo. maraming
Thank you,
salamat,
Kong Laila. Good
Congresswoman.
morning.
Sige po. Have a good day. I have
Thank
to
you
go
po.
na to the hearing. The
Opo.
public hearing.
Alright.
Dito ako sa Cebu.
Opo,
Ay, okay. Thank you
salamat
so
po.
much.
Anti-political dynasty bill.
Yan.
Thank you.
Opo.
Congresswoman,
Have a good day.
you too, ma'am. Congresswoman Laila De Lima, representative ng Mamamayang Liberal Party List and House Deputy Minority Leader. At tayo magbabalik.